welcome to my channel. I'm Katie. This is Katie's Bookish Escape, and today I'm going to be doing my March wrap-up. Unfortunately, I still have not recovered my normal functioning voice yet, so hopefully it will be less hoarse soon, but as of right now, it is still rather horsey. Because I was very sick in March. I read 5 books in March, 2 of which were part of Rereadathon, and I already did reviews on those in my Rereadathon wrap-up. So that was Joseph Conrad's Heart of Darkness, which I rated 3 out of 5 stars, and F. Scott Fitzgerald's The Great Gatsby, which I rated 5 out of 5 stars. If you want to see more about my thoughts on these books, I'm not going to really do that in this video because I already did it in my Rereadathon wrap-up, so you can go see that video, which I'll have linked in the eye as well as down below. Okay, the first book I finished in March was The Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society. I love this stinking book. It is an historical fiction about a woman who lives in England post-World War II. Like, she lived during World War II, but it takes place post-World War II, and she starts writing letters to a man on the island of Guernsey, which is, by the way, like off the coast of England, I guess, and I didn't even know about Guernsey, and I feel really embarrassed that I didn't. She starts writing letters to this man on the island of Guernsey because he somehow came across a book that she sold or donated, and he really liked it, and he wanted to, see if she had any more recommendations like that book that he read. And she ends up going to Guernsey, and she meets this literary and potato peel pie society on the island of Guernsey, and there's kind of like an intriguing mystery that happened with one of the people, and all the side characters are just so beautiful and lovely, and it's so sweet. Parts of it are very devastating. There is a very graphic explanation of something that happened in a Nazi work camp, and so that is very heartbreaking. But other than that, a lot of the tone of the novel is super like fun and sweet. There is a Netflix adaptation. I watched that and I did like it. But, I mean, the book's better mostly because the book goes into more detail about all the side characters who are just so freaking charming. There's a little bit of plot change that I didn't think was necessary, but I still really enjoy the next Netflix version, which is what this photograph's from, and, but I still like the book more. Loved it. I think I gave it 5 out of 5, or 4 out of 5. I don't remember, sorry. Next book I finished was a book that took me quite a while to get through. It was Hero of Ages by Brandon Sanderson. I read Hero of Ages on ebook, and I also simultaneously listened to it on audio. I thought I would love this book because I really loved the first 2 Mistborn books, The Final Empire and The Well of Ascension. I gave both of them 5 out of 5 stars. Honestly, Hero of Ages, I gave 3 stars. And if it wasn't for the ending, I would have only given it 2 stars. And that is because nothing happened for like over half the book. Only the final third is when stuff starts to happen, and that was fine. But honestly, by the time I got there, I was just like, I'm over it. And I'm so shocked I have this opinion because I watched both Elliot Brooks and Joshana C. And Elliot Brooks, her favorite Brandon Sanderson novel is Hero of Ages. And I tend to agree more with Elliot Brooks' opinions than Joshana's. But Joshana's opinion was like, she gave like Hero of Ages a 2-star. And I was like, oh yeah, right. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't like it either. So, I mean, the ending was cool. Unfortunately, I had kind of been spoiled about what happens with, like, the main character because I went to a review on YouTube of the book, and then, like, 2 minutes through, they were like, oh, this is not spoiler-free, so don't watch this. Daniel Green. Need to say that at the beginning. And then, of course, I scrolled down to the comments. My fault. That is 100% my fault. The first freaking comment on the video is, like, so-and-so's blah blah blah, which describes what happens to the main character at the end within like 5 words. And I was like, oh, so that's gonna happen. So unfortunately I wasn't surprised by that. So maybe it would have been more exciting if I was shocked. But even if I don't know. I don't think it was like that unexpected. I don't know. It didn't seem as crazy as everyone had made it out to be. Maybe it's the hype that got to me. But like I said, if it wasn't for the final third of the book, I would have given it 2 stars. But I really enjoyed one of the characters' storylines. And yeah, the ending was pretty cool, so I gave it a 3. But mostly it was a disappointment. Like, I still recommend it, so that's a 3. If I don't recommend it, it's a 2. Alright, then the next book I read was A Man Called Uva by Frederick Bachman. Oh my god, I love this book! Oh my god, so stinking cute and sweet, and I love it, and it's all about a grumpy old man and his relationship with people, and all he wants is to die. I'm not gonna even like go into it. It's an early spoiler, but I won't say. But basically something has happened in his life to where he feels very lonely and he wants to die. But people keep interfering in his life, so he can't die. And then it just goes on to him building relationships with people in his neighborhood and people who rely on him and need him and respect him and friendships. And Frederick Bachman can, like, he has never disappointed me. 5 out of 5 stars. Every single one of his books for me has been 5 out of 5 freaking stars. Yeah. Favorite author currently? Probably. So that's all I finished in the month of March. It wasn't a great reading month for me. I've just been having some emotional struggles as well as illness. And also I can't find my reading glasses. So that kind of impacts me. I'm like looking around. I'm like, are they on here on the floor? Because then I listen mostly to audiobook. I don't do a whole lot of reading without my reading glasses. So until I find those, that's going to be a problem. So thanks for watching. This has been my March wrap up. I'll see you later. Please feel free to comment down below. Subscribe if you'd like to see more of my videos, and have an awesome day. Bye.